I thought I would actually put it to the test by literally wearing this makeup up a mountain. It's now like actually properly raining. You spend 90% of your time indoors and you don't do any exercise, then walking up a hill is quite a struggle. Let's try and get this video to 11,000 thumbs up. The other day you guys like smashed 10,000, so let's try and do 11. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a kind of review slash testing slash swatches video, like all in one, kind of just overview of the new Makeup Revolution Fast Base Concealers. And I've actually got all of the shades here, which I'm going to be swatching, and hopefully it will give you guys some kind of estimation of what shades you should get, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully this video will be helpful, but I'm going to be talking basically everything about these. So if you're interested in these new concealers that have just come out by Revolution and you want to know my honest thoughts and opinions, then that's what I'm doing today. This video is not sponsored. Yes, I have some products with Revolution and I occasionally make videos over on their YouTube channel, but they don't pay me to do any videos on my own channel. They don't know I'm making this video. Any video that I do is kind of like my own personal choice. I just thought it could be helpful to you guys, and I've had quite a few requests on Twitter to review these. So that's what I'm gonna do. Today's notification squad shout out goes to Alex Ruby, and she said, really putting it to the test. Made friends with someone I've never really talked to at school today because we both watch your videos. Hope you had lots of fun there, love you. How cool is that? That comment honestly makes me so happy. Like, I can't believe that somebody has made friends with somebody else because they both watch my videos. Like, and if you guys want to be like a shout out in my next video, then all you have to do is turn on my notifications, press the bell, and leave me a comment down below. And yeah, maybe I'll shout you out in my next video. So for starters, these concealers are called the Fast Base Concealer. Revolution have got their Fast Base Foundation, which is like the twist up foundation stick. So I guess that this is supposed to be kind of like paired with that. If you want something like super speedy in the morning, you can twist up your foundation stick, put it on, and then twist up your concealer and put it on, because it's in one of those little like twisty sponge applicator packaging thingies, which I have to say, they're not my favorite in terms of packaging. Like, I just prefer having a concealer where you can like fully control like dipping it in and then just like putting it on your eyes. But in terms of like actual sponge applicator products, this one isn't too bad. Like, when you twist it up, quite a bit of product actually does come out. So, you know, sometimes you're sat there for like 5 years trying to twist product to actually like get it to come out the top. These ones aren't too bad in terms of that. So yeah, that's probably like one of the only negatives that I have about this concealer, is the packaging isn't my favorite. But then at the same time, like, they are pretty like slim and compact and lightweight, so they're quite easy to travel with, because they're not as like thick as the Conceal and Define. This is like the original concealers that Revolution came out with, and as you can see, the packaging is very different. These ones are just like your standard doe foot applicator, and I do have an entire video on this concealer as well if you're interested. In the UK, these are £5 each, which I think the Conceal and Define were £4 each. The US price is $8 and the Europe price is €5.99, or in Ireland. And these are available online now on the Revolution Beauty website, which I think is just www.revolutionbeauty.com. And they ship like worldwide and everything, but I don't think these are coming into Superdrug until like the end of August. I think it's like the 20th or the 22nd of August or something. So if you do actually want to try these in stores, like, you've got quite a long time to wait, which is why I thought that I would do this video, to kind of help you pick your shade. But then something that is also easy to help you pick your shade is the colours of these, I believe, correspond to the colours of the Conceal and Define. So like, they're called the same sort of things, like C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that kind of thing. The original Conceal and Define concealers came in 18 shades when they were first released, and then I think they've now increased them to 25. These Fast Base concealers come in 14 shades at the moment, which I think is pretty decent. Like, you know, there's still like a good range of light and dark and medium sort of colours and stuff. I'm not sure why they did like 14 shades of this. I guess maybe because it's focused more on your under eyes, and when you have an under eye concealer, it doesn't really need to like perfectly match your face because it kind of blends in with your foundation. They say on them, lightweight buildable coverage to conceal dark circles and imperfections, so they are kind of marketed for your under eyes, but then at the same time, like, I just use it all over my face and have zero problems with it. So I do definitely think it would have been better if they'd have released, you know, like 18 shades of these like their other concealer, or like 25 shades. That would be brilliant, but I don't know why they've done 14. Maybe for the reason that I said before, maybe they wanted to like give the concealer a try and see how well it does, and then they'll add all of the shades. But that being said, like, in terms of the lightest and darkest shades, they have like a pretty good color like range spectrum kind of thing. The lightest shade is C0.5, which looks like this. So that is the lightest shade. It's just like a really light kind of pinkish toned colour. And then the darkest shade is C16, which looks like this. So in this one, you get 4.5 milliliters of product, which I was quite surprised at because in the Conceal and Define, you get 3.4 mil of product. So you get like an extra 1.1 mil of product in this one, which I kind of thought it would be the other way around because this is like a skinny, like twist up stick thing. I don't know why, I just thought there'd be less product, but this has actually got a bit more product in it than this one. Okay, I'm just gonna swatch all of these shades on my arm so that you guys can see, but let me just read out the shades that you get. So the lightest shade is C0.5, there's then C1, C2, C3, 4, C5. It then jumps to C7. Then after C7, it jumps to 8.5, C11, C12, C13, C14, and then C16, which is the darkest shade. I just had a thought, maybe actually they based these on like the best selling shades of the original concealer. Maybe the ones kind of in between these numbers that they've skipped didn't sell as well. I don't know, I'm not really sure. Okay, so these are the shades 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7. There's no 6 in this range. Okay, so this is 8.5, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 16. So I am wearing the concealer today and I'm just gonna quickly insert, like in a couple of seconds, me applying the concealer and showing you guys how it works, what the coverage is like, and all of that jazz. So let's play that bit. Okay, so as of right now, I have nothing on my skin apart from my moisturizer, and then I put some of the, where did it go? I used some of the NYX Honeydew Me Up primer, which I've really been liking recently. I have quite a lot of new makeup. I feel like I've definitely got enough to do like a full face of first impressions and like testing whole new products. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below and give this video a thumbs up because I can do that for you. So I'm just going to quickly do a light layer of foundation. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection in the shade Fair Porcelain. I didn't want to wear a foundation that's got like full coverage because I feel like that would kind of defeat the point of like testing the concealer, you know, so I'm just going to use some of this because it's not too heavy. Who decided it was a good idea to wear hoop earrings while filming? You can still see my under eye bags and you can still see like blemishes and stuff, but it just added a little bit of coverage. So I have all 14 shades here and I'm going to be using these shades C1 and C2 because they both work for me. Those were my shades in the Conceal and Define concealer and those are my shades in this concealer. I'm pretty sure that the colours kind of match up. I'm just going to do a really quick comparison of the C1 and C2 in this concealer versus the original Conceal and Define concealer. So that one there is C1 in the Fast Base concealer and then the Conceal and Define. Okay, so that's that one there. As you can see, they're pretty similar in colour. I think the only difference with this is it's just not as full coverage, so it doesn't go on like as colourful, if that makes sense. But yeah, in terms of the actual colours, they look pretty similar, except this one you can see more of my hand colour. And then that one is C2 in the Fast Base concealer and then C2 in the Conceal and Define. Again, they're the same colour, but this one's just got fuller coverage, so it kind of looks lighter on my hands, but I think it's just because you can see more of my skin under these two. The colours are very, very similar though, between like C1 and C2. So I'm just going to use C1 just to keep things easy. And the way that these work, they're just all kind of classic twist up concealers that lots of people have done, where you just twist the bottom and then it comes out through this sponge at the top. Having a sponge at the top isn't my favourite way to apply concealer, but then in the same sense, like it is pretty easy. You literally just twist it up and then you apply it. So like it definitely is easy to use. You just go twist and then it doesn't take ages to come out. Like hopefully you saw that, it just comes out pretty instantly. And I think this was originally kind of designed to be an under eye concealer, but I'm just going to use it all over my face because it's still a concealer, you know. And then I'm just using my beauty blender to blend it out, and as you can see, it blends really nicely and it's got really good coverage. Like look at that. First time I used this, I was like, wow, like this has actually got really good coverage. I was kind of expecting it to be light coverage just because it's, you know, like an under eye type concealer. I thought it wasn't going to be that great, but like the coverage of this is actually so nice. And as you just saw, it literally blends in like 5 seconds. I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on my blemishes because it didn't like fully cover them. The formula of this I would kind of say is like a semi-matte. It does crease a little bit around your eyes if you don't set it in place, but then for me personally, I know that it's just kind of personal preference, but I always set my concealer under my eyes and I don't like have any problems with it creasing. But I know that some people don't like to set their concealer. I don't understand how people can not set their concealer and then not expect it to crease. I'm using the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot. For contour, I'm just using my Morphe, what's it even called? 8L palette. Then for blush, I'm using Milani Luminoso. I go through phases of using this and like really liking it and then kind of like putting it in my drawer for months, but at the moment I really love this blush, it's so pretty. And for my highlighter, I'm gonna use the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Elixir Glow. I used the rose gold one in my no contact lenses and glasses video, but I didn't test this one, which is the other colorway, so I'm just gonna dip into this lighter highlighter. Holy crap, okay, that's really like glittery. Whoa, okay, I don't know if you can see that on camera right now, but a lot of glitter just like flew around the room. It's really pretty, but it's really glittery, so if you want to look like a fairy princess, then I guess this would be the highlighter for you. Just for my brow bone and my nose, I'm going to switch back to this one, which is called Rose Gold Glow. Just because I don't really want to have a glittery nose. It's a shame because this rose gold one is the tiniest bit like verging on too dark for me. But the rose gold one isn't as like glittery, it's more just like metallic. These little palettes are freaking stunning. For my brows, I'm using the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Bar, which I have not used before. I really like this. I'm just using the lighter colour. I really like that. It's a really good colour for my roots, I think. Okay, and then for mascara, I'm using the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Wow Wings Mascara, because again, I used this in the other video of me doing my makeup without my glasses, but I couldn't see really what I was doing, and so I couldn't really give it a proper test, so I'm gonna test it now. Whoa, okay, that goes on really thick. Ah, oh my gosh, it's putting so much product on my lashes. I mean, it's quite nice, but it's just a little bit tricky to work with because it's so, like, I don't know, it just puts on so much product onto your lashes that it makes it a little bit clumpy. You just have to like work with it quite a bit. You know what, on my lips, I'm gonna go for the NYX Liquid Suede that I also used in my video where I wasn't wearing contact lenses or glasses. This is the colour Foiled Again from the Liquid Suedes because I think this is a really cool colour for summer. It's definitely very bright. I know it's not for everyone. Okay, so this is my finished makeup look. I have to say, like in terms of the actual formula of this concealer, I actually think I prefer this one a little bit more to the original Conceal and Define, because I find that with that one, like in terms of like dipping it in and out, I normally have to dip it in quite a few times to actually like get enough product on my under eyes, whereas with this I do find that it's quicker to use. Like I know I said earlier that I wasn't the biggest fan of like the twist up packaging, but it is kind of quicker because you don't have to keep dipping in, you literally just twist it up, and then I find that with just doing like one kind of big twist, it's enough to do like both my under eyes and like my full face. So that is one thing that is good about it. But then, like I mentioned earlier, like the main thing that makes me really annoyed at this packaging is the fact that it just gets so messy. Like you can see, like these ones that I've used, it kind of gets all over the lid. Like you can see that the product has kind of got all over the lid on the inside, which is something that I don't like about this, because I guess when you have excess product on here, you can't like rewind and like get it back in the tube, if you get what I mean. That's probably like my only criticism of this concealer, because I do actually really like it. I have been using this one in the shade C1 like a couple of days over the past week, and yeah, I haven't had any problems with it. I haven't had any issues with it like creasing, fading, going weird. Like it just kind of acts in the same sort of way as the Conceal and Define, but it's just a tiny bit like thinner and less thick and kind of sticky, if that makes sense. A lot of people also used to ask me which one I would contour with, like in terms of their regular concealer, but I feel like a lot of people are going to ask me again today. So in terms of the contour shades, I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually use these or like the original Conceal and Define to cream contour. If you guys watch my videos regularly, you know that I suck at cream contouring and I just don't bother with it on a regular basis. And for me personally, like these kind of shades, unless you go to the really, really dark ones, the ones that are kind of like more like on the medium sort of side, which would be my sort of contour shades, They're too warm toned for me in terms of contour, but then if you have like a different skin tone, it might work for you. I would probably use like C13 maybe to contour with on my skin tone, but as you can see, it's quite warm. C14 is like pretty cool toned, but then on me, this would be way too dark to contour with. This is a close-up of my face. Obviously, all of my makeup is done and I've got like foundation on and powder and all of that extra stuff, but I think my base looks really nice, and it's not like full coverage concealer. As you can see a bit of the coloration of my blemishes like poking through, but then to be honest, like I feel like it's the perfect coverage for what I need. So that is it from me. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will link the concealers down below from where you can get them from. If you aren't already subscribed, I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!